Sorry guys, I apologize. First video. So this video is going to be in two parts because the first one, the camera kind of, the battery got hot, and the camera kind of died out. So we were in, uh, we were in 1937, right? Verse 37. And the firstborn bare a son and called his name Moab, and the same is the father of the Moabites. Sorry, the first and is the father of the Moabites unto this day. And the younger, which bore a son also, so both of them had sons, and they called the son Ben 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 Benami, and they called the son Benami, right? The same is the father of the children of Ammon unto this day, Ammon. So one of the children is the father of the Ammons, and one of the other child is the father of the Moabites, right? So here we looking at two daughters get their father drunk, sleep with the father, and then they had kids by their father. Incest right there, guys. And Abraham journeyed from hence towards the south country and dwelt between Kadesh and Shur, and sojourned in Gerar. So he dwelt between Kadesh and Shur, and sojourned in Gerar, which means that he spent some time in Gerar. He lived there for a little bit, right? And Abraham said unto Sarah, his wife, she is my sister. And Abimelech, king of Gerar, sent and took Sarah, right? So Abraham is traveling with Sarah, but Abraham said that Sarah is his sister, not his wife. So he told them, hey, that's my sister, you know. But God came to Abimelech in a dream by night and said to him, behold, thou art but a dead man for the woman which thou hast taken, for she is a man's wife. So the Lord came in a dream and tell this guy, hey, the woman you just take there, buddy, she's somebody's wife. You understand that? She's somebody's wife. You better be careful, right? But Abimelech had not come near her, and he said, Lord, wilt thou slay also a righteous nation? So the king is asking, will you slay a righteous nation? Said he not unto me, she is my sister? And even she herself said, he is my brother. In the integrity of my heart and innocence of my hands have I done this, right? So he's saying that he took this guy's wife because they said they were brothers and sisters. Are you gonna destroy my nation because of that? Didn't I do it from an innocent standpoint? This is where man is pleading for his innocence, right? And God said unto him in a dream, yea, I know that thou didst this in the integrity of thy heart, for I also withheld thee from sinning against me. Therefore suffered I did not to touch her. So the Lord is saying, hey, don't touch her, you're not gonna suffer. If you touch her, you will suffer. So he said, don't touch her, you'll not suffer, right? That's basically what the Lord is saying there. Now therefore restore the man his wife, for he is a prophet, and he shall pray for thee, and thou shalt live. And if thou restore her not, know that thou shalt surely die, thou and all that are dying. So the Lord is saying, I will give the guy back his wife. He's a prophet. So now you hear Abraham is a prophet, right? Now you see Abraham is a prophet. And the Lord is saying, give him back his wife. If you don't give him back his wife, you and everything you have will be killed, right? Therefore Abimelech rose early in the morning and called all his servants and told all these things in their ears. And the men were so afraid. The men became afraid after he said all that, right, about his dream. Then Abimelech called Abraham and said unto him, what hast that thou done unto us? Huh? What have I offended you, that thou hast brought on me and on my kingdom a great sin? Thou hast done deeds unto me that ought not to be done. So he's saying, hey, why are you doing this to me? I didn't do anything to you. Why are you trying to destroy me, bro? Right? Then Abimelech called Abraham and said unto him, right? Yeah, I think I read that one. What has that done unto me? Blah, blah, blah. Okay. And Abimelech said unto Abraham, what sayest thou that thou hast done this thing? So he's asking him, why are you doing, what's the cause of you doing this? Right? What is the cause of you doing this to me, Abraham? What have I done to you, bro? Why are you doing this to me? And Abraham said, because I thought, surely the fear of God is not in this place, and they will slay me for my wife's sake. So Abraham is saying, the reason why I did this is because I did not see the fear of God in this place. And I didn't see you guys as being afraid of God. And if you guys are not afraid of God, you guys would kill me and take my wife. This is why I did this, because I was afraid that you guys don't have the fear of God in you. And if you don't have the fear of God in you, you surely were going to kill me and take my wife. So I had to come up with a plan. And the best plan I had was to say she's my wife and leave it as that. Right? And yet indeed she's my sister. She is the daughter of my father, but not the daughter of my mother, and she became my wife. So Abraham is saying, I didn't lie to you though. Even though I was afraid you were gonna kill us, had I said that, have I said she's my wife? But I didn't lie to you. Right? I didn't lie to you fully. It was a half lie, and it's a half truth. She is my wife, but she's also my half sister. That's basically what he said. She's my wife, but she's also my half sister. So I didn't tell you the wife part, I told you the sister part, because both of them is true. So that's basically what Abraham is telling him. Both of them is true. I told you half, I kept the other half to myself, because the other half would have cost me my life. And I didn't want to die. So I just tell you the other truth, right? So that's why he says she's indeed my sister. She's the daughter of my father, but not the daughter of my mother, half sister, right? And it came to pass when God caused me to wander from my father's house, that I said unto her, this is thy kingdom. This is thy kingness, This is thy kingness, which thou shalt show unto me, at every place whither we shall come. Say of me, he is my brother. And Abimelech took sheep and oxen and men servants and women servants and gave them unto Abraham, and restored him with Sarah his wife. So here he gave him everything that he needs, right? So he gave him a whole set of stuff, and he gave him back his wife with plenty more than what Abraham came with. And Abimelech said, behold, my land is before thee. Dwell where it pleaseth thee. In other words, anywhere you want to stay in this land, feel free to stay, right? And unto Sarah he said, behold, I have given thy brother 1,000 pieces of silver. Behold, he is to thee a covering of his eyes, unto all that are with thee, and with all others. First she was reproved. So he gave Abraham 1,000 pieces of silver, and hopefully that, and plus the oxen, the sheep, the women made, and the men made, and the sheep. He gave him all that, hoping that, hey, listen, leave me alone, right? I'm giving you all of this. Please, just leave us alone. We're good. No problem. We're good. Take whatever you want in the land. Wherever you want to stay in this land, take it. We're good, brother. We're good. So Abraham prayed unto God, and God healed Abimelech and his wife and his maidservants, and they bare children. So now God healed. So it seemed like Abimelech and his wife were having issues with having kids, because they say God blessed him and healed him, right? He healed them, and then they bear kids. Abimelech, I need to find out who's this guy. For the Lord had fast closed up all the wounds of the house of Abimelech because of Sarah, Abraham's wife. So when Abimelech took Abraham's wife Sarah, the Lord had blocked all the family, all the women and everything, had closed up their womb, so they could never have children. That's why that's why the statement is saying that God healed them, Abimelech and the wife, because God had already closed up all the womb of the house, his house, of Abimelech. So he closed all the wombs. So Abimelech would never have kids, no matter what, because at that time, once he took Sarah, Abraham's wife, God had made all the women barren. This is the first time you hear about God making that level of power, right? And making the women barren, dude. He made the women barren. Damn. Oof. All right, let's keep it moving. 21. Yeah, we're getting there, guys. We're getting there. 21, we're getting there. And the Lord visited Sarah as he had said, and the Lord did unto Sarah as he had spoken. For Sarah conceived and bare Abraham. So now Sarah had the child and had Abraham in an old age, and at the set time of which God had spoken to him. And Abraham called the name of his son that was born unto him, whom Sarah bare to him, Isaac. Right? So this is the name of the son, Isaac. So now Abraham has two sons, as far as we know, right? You remember he had the son with Hagar, and now you have the son with Sarah, which is Abraham. Ishmael. I was trying to remember the name, Ishmael. So he had Ishmael with Hagar. Now he has Isaac with Sarah, right? So remember, he have two sons. Abraham have two sons. Remember that, one with the maid, which the wife gave him to have child with the maid, and one with his wife in old age, which he called Isaac. And Abraham circumcised his son Isaac, being 8 days old, and God had commanded, as God has commanded him before. So remember, God had told him that every child, everything in your possession, every man has to be circumcised, right? And every newborn has to be circumcised in 8 days. So Abraham is following the commandment of God. And Abraham was an 800 years when his son Isaac was born. So Abraham was let me make a note here, 800 years when he had Isaac. And Sarah said, God had made me to laugh, so that I that hear with laugh with me. And she said, who would have said unto Abraham that Sarah should have given children sons? For I have borne with him a son in his old age. So now Sarah said, nobody would believe this. I myself can't even believe this, that I'll be able to give this guy a child, right? And the child grew, and he was weaned, and Abraham made a great feast the same day that Isaac was weaned. I don't know what that means. What do they mean by that? W-E-A-N-E-D, weaned. I don't have anything to look it up, guys, but I guess he became maybe the age of adolescence, maybe, at that age, maybe he became a little older. And Sarah saw the son of Hagar, the Egyptian. Oh, now you go back to Hagar. You see, here come Hagar, the Egyptian. Remember, Hagar is an Egyptian, which had born unto Abraham, mocking. Wherefore she said unto Abraham, cast out this bondwoman and her son, for the son of this bondwoman shall not be here with my son, even with Isaac. So Sarah is saying, get rid of these people. Yeah, she have a child, but get rid of them now. At this point, get rid of them. I have my child, Isaac. I don't want Isaac to have any bonding with that brother of his. Get rid of them. And the thing was very grievous in Abraham's sight because of his son. So Abraham was very hurt by that suggestion of getting rid of Hagar and his son Ishmael. And God said unto Abraham, let it not be grievous in thy sight because of the lad, and because of thy bondwoman. In all that Sarah has said unto thee, hearken unto her voice, for in Isaac shall thy seed be called. So God is saying, don't worry about it. Don't feel bad. Let them go, because the seed that I have promised you, the seed that is planted, is in Isaac, right? So is Abraham, Isaac. So the covenant that I made with you was with you and your son Isaac, not with you and your son Ishmael, but with you and your son Isaac. That's why I made the covenant. All right. And also of the son of the bondwoman will I make a nation, because of he is thy seed. So God is also telling him, listen, get rid of them, but I will also make him a nation. I will also make Ishmael a nation, because Ishmael is also your seed. So I guess because God had a covenant with Abraham, and therefore Abraham's wife, Sarah, the son which come out of that marriage, right, is the genuine heir to Abraham's nation, the covenant, right? But at the same time, God did not forget that he had a covenant with Abraham, and therefore the seed that came from Abraham, he will also help protect that seed. So he'll also create a nation with that seed that came from Abraham. And that seed was Ishmael. Right? And Abraham rose up early in the morning and took bread. So early in the morning he woke up, he took bread, bottle of water, and gave it unto Hagar, put it on her shoulder and the child, and sent them away. And she departed and wandered in the wilderness of Beersheba. There's another name here, Beersheba. So Abraham get up, give her water, bread, and say, hey, go. So she wandered, and in the wilderness of Beersheba. And the water was spent in the bottle, and she cast the child onto one of the shrubs. So the bottle of water, I guess, is got the thing got empty, no more water. So he put the child under a shrub for, to get some, because they're in the wilderness, put the child under the tree so as to protect the child from the elements, right? From the sun, right? And she went and sat her down over against him a good way off, as it were a bow shot. For she said, let me not see the death of the child. And she sat over against him and lifted up her voice and wept. So they run out of water, they're in the wilderness, they don't have anything to eat. She feared that Ishmael is going to die. So she put Ishmael aside so she doesn't see when he dies, right? So she doesn't want to see that. So she put him underneath a tree, a shrub, as they say, and waiting for the kid to die, right? And God heard the voice of the lad, which means the voice of the boy. The lad is the son, male, lad, right? So God heard the voice of the lad, and the angel of God called to Hagar out of heaven and said unto her, What aileth thee, Hagar? Fear not, for God had heard the voice of the lad where he is. So the angel is saying, listen, I heard the voice of the child where the child is. What is your problem? What is causing you fear? What is creating the problem with you? Arise, lift up the lad, which means take the lad, and hold him in thy hand, and I will make him a great nation. So now the voice of the Lord is also reinforcing that idea of having a great nation through through Ishmael, right? Gonna have a great nation for Ishmael again, right? And God opened her eyes, and God opened her eyes, and she saw a well of water, and she went and filled the bottle with water and gave the lad drink. So now she find water, and she find the water, and she's gonna what do you call that? She's gonna give sorry guys. So she find the water, which she didn't see before. That water was never there before, but now the Lord spoke to her, and all of a sudden the water is there, right? Miraculous? You tell me. So now the water is there. She find the water. She fill her thing, give the lad some water. The kid, Ishmael, remember he's Ishmael. They're not saying he's Ishmael here, but they had mentioned Ishmael in previous context, right? And God was with the lad, which means God was with the boy, and he grew and dwelt in the wilderness and became an archer. So now you have him becoming an archer. You know an archer, right? Yeah, the bow and arrow, right? So now he become an archer and he dwelt in the wilderness of Paran. So now they moved from Beersheba to Paran, and his mother took him a wife out of the land of Egypt. So now Hagar got a wife for Ishmael from Egypt. And it came to pass at that time that remember Abimelech and Phicol, the chief captain of his host, spake unto Abraham, saying, God is with thee in all that thou doest. So now you have the chief captain, and Abimelech was the king, so the chief captain for his soldiers or whatever. He's saying, tell Abraham, God is with thee and in all that thou doest. So they're saying, Abraham, God is with you and everything that you do. God is allowing you to do. You're blessed, basically telling. Now therefore swear unto me here by God that thou wilt not deal falsely with me, nor with my son, nor with my son's son, but according to the kindness that I have done unto thee, thou shalt do unto me and to the land wherein thou hast sojourned. So sojourn means that they are temporarily living there. So here you have Abimelech is asking him, saying, hey, listen, man, just promise me that you're not going to destroy my people. You're not going to destroy my kids. You're not going to destroy anything based on the kindness that I've shown you. That you're going to be, you're going to protect me, right? You're not going to do anything against me going forward, right? And Abraham said, I swear. So this is an area where you first seen where a word of a man is all he has, right? Where he's saying, listen, this is my word. Can you promise me you're not going to do this to my family, my kids, nothing? And one man is saying, I swear to you. So this is a word. Now I'm giving you my word. That's all I got. I'm giving you my word. I'm not going to do anything against you. So this is the first time where you hear that two men are making a covenant. Remember, God made covenant with men. Now you have two guys making a covenant with each other now. And that's basically what that is. Don't get it twisted. Now you have two men making covenant with each other. God made covenant with Abraham, made covenant with Noah. So now they have covenant with two men. And Abraham reproved Abimelech because of a well of water which Abimelech's servant had violently taken away. And Abimelech said, I would not who had done this, neither didst thou tell me, neither yet I heard of it, but today. So some men of Abimelech's tribe went in and took a well that Abraham was, and he's bringing it to his attention. So he's saying, I didn't know anything about this until today. I didn't know any of my people do that. And Abraham took sheep and oxen and gave them unto Abimelech. And both of them made a covenant. Oh, there you go. So now you see the covenant is made between two men, right? And Abraham set 7 ewe lambs of the flock by themselves. And Abimelech said unto Abraham, what mean these 7 ewe lambs that thou hast set by themselves? So Abraham put 7 lambs by themselves. And Abimelech saw that was kind of strange, so he's asking him, what does that mean for you to put those 7 lambs by themselves? Well, what does that even mean, right? What does that mean? And he said, for these 7 ewe lambs shalt thou take of my hand, that they may be a witness unto me that I have dug this well. So he's giving him the 7 lambs to say, hey, this is 7 lamb here, right? Take it off my hand, that they may be witness unto me that I have dug this well. So he's saying, take these 7 lambs as proof that I was the one who dig that well. So you have those 7 lambs. Even though I did the well, I could just take it back, But out of good faith, I'm going to give you 7 lambs so you know that I was the one who digged that well, and that we will, leave it as that. All right. Therefore, he called the place Beersheba. Now, there was I'll go back. I'm almost to the end. I'll have to go back because we saw Beersheba before. So how he called it Beersheba now, when it was already called Beersheba before, because there they swore, both of them. So I guess because they make a sworn covenant here, I guess that's why they call it Beersheba. I guess Beersheba means a sworn covenant with men. I'll have to look into that a little more. First, they made a covenant